What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the cast episode 2. And first of all, before anything, these are my fellow co hosts, Loopie and Cobra. What's up,
Yo,
guys?
Yo, what's good?
How are you doing, guys?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't got much to say. It's basically I'm just doing good. There ain't much to say. Nothing new.
yeah, she said it'd be best if we were just friends.
Well,
I'm doing
welcome
good.
back. Like I said, welcome back to the cast. But today, oh boy, today we have a treat. We have Sworn or Lucid Sworn in the fucking house. What's up, dude?
Yes, sir.
Sworn.
Welcome
Thank you, my man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say again, thank you for all the support you guys show the channel, the likes, the views, everything is really appreciated.
You're awesome.
And little spoiler alert ahead of you, we might have a guest next week. No spoilers again. Anyway,
If I can get a hold of it,
what's up?
that is.
we were seeing you were playing Fortnite. How did that go?
Honestly, it was pretty good today. I mean, Fortnite's an interesting game. I have a real love-hate relationship with it. Like, obviously, it's kind of given me this career, and it's given me a lot of opportunities. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, the game devs, holy shit. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you are allowed to swear.
All right, fantastic.
So, what do you say? What do you mean by love-hate relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I think the game all around is phenomenal, and that's why I've put so much time into the game. But like, there's a lot that I disagree with that the game does, and the game can be very rage-inducing at times, as a lot of games can.
Sworn, should we explain how many times I've submitted my monitor?
Oh my god! What's impressive is that he's fucking lost one time. Like, the monitor broke his finger. That was impressive.
Yeah.
See, I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. That was the most recent one where you broke your monitor. I was in the call. You're playing Fortnite. You broke your monitor. And you were like, I'm never playing Fortnite again. It's bad for my health. Literally an hour or two later, you're playing again. Fucking dumbass.
Yeah. All right. Let's carry on. Sworn, how about you tell the world, a brief explanation of what you are about?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a pretty I'd say I'm a small Twitch streamer. I have a really great community, and the big thing I try and focus on with Twitch is that, right, Twitch is a platform based off interaction with the viewers. So I really try and maximize that level of interaction, whereas through playing games like Scribble where the chat can join, and I try and reach as much as possible. Granted, fucking ADD makes that difficult from time to time.
But wait, you have ADD as a diagnosis?
Yeah.
Oh, how does that affect you? Like, what level?
Yeah, I mean, in in school, it makes it a bit difficult because every once in a while I'll space out, and just kind of my focus gets drawn to other things. But all around, I think it helps me a fair amount make content, right? Because my brain's focused on a lot of things and allows me to pick up and I guess make jokes on certain things that some people might not see.
Yeah, so it makes you like in a different light sometimes, like from one thing to the other. Like, do you switch focus often? Is my question.
Yeah, I do switch focus pretty frequently, but I've been working on minimizing that so I can fucking do well in certain areas.
I mean, like, I don't even realize that.
Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of time into I guess training my brain to be able to focus on the things I wanted to focus on.
Is it getting better with time? Like, has it been like let me ask this. Has it been like in a level where it was like really bad, or has it been like mild to low in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like it's horrible. It's definitely gotten better over time. I think it's very easy for people with like ADD for it to be very bad because of, like, I think a lot of social media kind of promotes that like scattered thinking of switching focus really quickly, like Twitter, right? But I think if you handle it properly, you can, I mean, like, enjoy those social media platforms and also train your brain to do a good job at focusing on things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it trains
Yeah.
you to help better with the stuff that you do and whatnot. And it's good to hear that like your mental health is getting better. We're really happy to hear that.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
while I was watching your stream, personally for me, I'm gonna say I'm just surprised that not a lot of people know you. You're like super entertaining, and your voice is like a joy to
Yeah.
listen to.
Thank you. I appreciate
Bro,
that.
Do
he's
you
speaking
do you
facts.
think do you think that you will have like a window or a chance or whatever that you will suddenly blow up or like be like like instantly like getting super followers? Do you think there is a possibility, or do you believe in the grind more so?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are times where like stuff like the YouTube algorithm will mass recommend a certain channel. Um and so like but I think you kind of create that opportunity for yourself, right? That can't kind of come out of nowhere. Like you still have to produce YouTube content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So ultimately, like even if I do believe or if I do see that as a possibility, I rather assume the latter where you just kind of grind it out. Because I think that will provide you the best, or at least provide me the best opportunity to be in a position where I want to be.
Of course, yeah, grind is always important to
Yeah.
stay on top of your game at all times. Like I'll say it as an example, Loopie's been posting a lot of songs. I'm very happy to see that. Everyone here of us is doing their own thing, and I'm really happy to see that we're growing in a way, like not only career-wise, but like personality and development-wise. I think that's the term.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
that good at English, so forgive me.
But
But yeah, I'll let Loopy take the lead while I think of some more questions. But it's
all right.
good that you do what you do. I'm very
Thank you.
happy about that.
All right.
Thank you.
I got a question about. All right. Hydra's already asked that question. To all of us three, like in episode 0.
Uh-huh.
While YouTube existed and you were, not doing anything at all, what kind of like led you to doing it? Like, what gave you the idea of like, hey, maybe this is cool to,
Make
make
content.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of pushed you to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I started by playing, like before I produced any content, I was playing CS in tournaments and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it got to a point where I was kind of like, I felt burnt out from the game. And I'm like, I remember asking myself, well, what's next? Because like, I don't want my quote unquote career online to stop here. Like, I want to keep
Yeah.
going with it. Like, I think I've done a lot considering my age at the time. Like, I was playing in like like a $1,000 prize pool tournament at the age of like 13 or 14 in CS:GO, and like
Yes.
I see how I can like do more with like with what I'm given. And I remember one of my other CS teammates that recently stopped playing CS. Um, he started streaming on Twitch, and like he was averaging like 2 or 3 viewers, but like that was really cool to just see someone like consistently have people come to them for content. And like I guess he was a big inspiration for what I do now.
Okay. I'm gonna see if Cobra has any questions for Sworn.
Yeah.
If you,
I kind of, this is a kind of a extremely random question, but still relevant to the Twitch thing. Would you say that there is I just went to your Twitch. You still have like a decent amount of followers for Twitch. That is for like a, what do you call it? Like amateur, like beginner, not
Yeah,
beginner,
yeah.
but you get what I mean.
A small
Would you,
Twitch streamer, yeah.
would you say that you have any highlight that like pushed you, like some sudden burst, or did everything come at a slow pace? Like more of a question also, how long have you been doing this Twitch thing, like all of this?
Yeah. So I started my Twitch channel about 2 years ago now. I'd say overall it was a pretty gradual thing. There definitely were like bursts in followers when like I'd get in a game with T Hump, and like do you know
Loop.
like Loop? Yeah, McGunga. Like McGunga hosted me for a couple hundred viewers a couple of times.
Oh
And
yeah,
he
I
was a
saw that.
homie.
Mhm.
And like so there were definitely bursts of like where I would get more followers one day than the other day. But like ultimately it was a pretty gradual thing. And I think the people who are like a consistent, strong part of the community aren't the people that came from those big bursts. They're the people that like kind of came to the community more naturally.
Yeah, also the followers came not from the sudden burst of maybe like somebody hosted you. That gave you viewers, but that doesn't mean you get followers. Right.
Or returning viewers.
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
returning viewers / followers. So yeah, that might have been I can imagine that's the thing that comes gradually, like slowly throughout the years of doing this set thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Twitch is kind of like fishing. It's a terrible, comparison that I'm giving, but once someone joins your stream and says hi, you pretty much have to like treat them like family. Like,
exactly.
really like have them, kind of have like a good ambiance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The setting has to be that way, so they stay so they remain a loyal viewer.
Yeah, you want to give them a reason to come back.
Except if
Yeah.
they're
And
like
also-
a masochist or something.
Yeah,
Imagine.
but I think one of the things about Twitch, at least in my experience, is that if someone wants, like, say, to be popular, they have to be really, really good at the specific thing that they do. So, like, say, I'm gonna give one of my favorite games, like Hearthstone. Everyone's heard of the Hearthstone game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like,
Yeah.
there are different modes, and there's one mode where you can climb on top, like MMR,
Yeah, the
and
ladder.
not only the ladder, the battlegrounds mode, and
Okay.
and there are people who are like 10,000, 11,000 points in, and they're really, really good at the game. And if someone wants advice from them and they start streaming, I think the people will look up to that person because they know he's shit. They know he's the real deal and what to do, how to play a certain hero, how to buy stuff. Like
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
could be that as well. Like Twitch is a very different platform than any platform, even Mixer, even YouTube, heck, even Pornhub, but that's different.
Well, oh my god.
Bro, have you seen
still,
Camille
but
over
still.
here? She's the best squirter in town.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you get my point,
Cool.
right? You
Yeah,
get like
yeah.
each platform, it has
Mhm.
a core, and some might share the similarities, but it's very different in your climbing experience. Some people have started on Twitch and gone onto YouTube, when on YouTube then became more popular, and vice versa, on YouTube
Yeah.
to Twitch. So everyone's different. Like Twitch, although kind of controversial company, it's still a company, It does business.
It has a nice
So-
community. Like there's
Well,
it's
mostly.
kind of like it's kind of like India. You have two different worlds. Like you have a world. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Go on.
Look, you have this world where you have these kids that just only Twitch speaking, kind of like talk shit to you if you're like not part of that culture, a bit like TikTok, but different. And then you have this world that will welcome you and just share like everything they like with you, and then just have fun. Like it's
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I get what you mean. Like it's two complete different realities.
Yeah, two sides
Yeah.
of the same coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a question for Sworn, obviously. Like, have you
Oh, really?
always? Oh, really? Yeah.
He's the main man. He's the main
He's
man.
the man. Like, and for every like, I think I've asked like you two, Cobra and Loopie, but I'm gonna ask him. Have you always wanted to do this? And if yes, why? And if no, why?
Yeah, I mean, so I guess when I was really, really little, I wanted to play like basketball. But like I quickly learned that wasn't actually what I wanted to do. But my whole life I grew up watching like a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. I'm like,
Who
Like,
was
yeah,
your
that'd be
main
fun.
inspiration behind that? Like, if you had to name certain YouTube, say 5 of them, who would you name?
like honestly, I don't even know if I could name them. I know people like Sky plays Minecraft. When we played Minecraft, I watched him a lot when I was
remember
really
the
young.
days, yeah.
Good times.
Good times indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of like people that I honestly don't watch now, like Rage Gaming videos. I used to love his content.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first ever Twitch streamer that I watched, Viper said Ludwig. Yeah, no, I love Ludwig now, and he inspires me a lot with the content I make now. but there was this guy on Twitch named Fruit Bats who is a speedrunner, and like that was never the typical content I would consume, but like I just loved this sense of community that he had, and it was like
Right.
I don't really like the game he's playing, but like yet I come back every day. Like I know the people in chat. Like I was there when he got affiliate. It felt like I was a part of it, and
That's wholesome to hear. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's-
and like
really
I want
nice
to
to
give
hear.
that feeling to other people that come in my stream.
Well, I mean, I don't like Fortnite, yet I come back to every one of your streams. So you're giving that effect already. All right, like I might like
Yeah.
Fortnite, you know, but right now I don't. So right now you're giving that effect.
This is good guy sworn.
Good guy sworn, yeah. But okay, here's another one. What would you say is the main game of yours? If you had to name one game that you associate with the most, which one would it be?
Yeah, I mean, I think it has to be Fortnite. That's the game I've gotten the most followers on Twitch. That's where it was when I made the switch to Fortnite was when I made the switch to streaming. I think CS:GO was also a big part of my development. But I think the game like I'm best known for is Fortnite. Yeah.
And a Fortnite related question. What would you say was its best time? Because in my opinion, it was season 2 or 3, 2018.
I didn't actually play in season 2 and I started at the end of season 3. I think I probably had the most fun in like seasons 4 and 5 of the game. All good. But like I guess I don't know what I would say like the best season is. I'd say like there's seasons I had more fun in than others, but like I think the season right now is really good.
Season 2, chapter 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember watching the trailer for the new map and I was like, wait, what? They're reversing everything? And I'm like, what the hell? I'm so confused. Because like the first map changed so much and I'm like, okay, are they gonna Thanos snap this thing? What the hell? Like
Yeah.
They're gonna reverse it. But yeah, what other games do you play? Except we know R6 and Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the main other game that I play is CS:GO. I usually play that off stream with like some of my IRL friends, some of my online friends. And
what's your favorite map?
Favorite map. Probably I have a great time on Inferno, Mirage, and Cash a lot.
Oh, Cash Squad.
Cash Squad, man, but my favorite has to be Assault because of the memories. Like Assault has so many good memories. And but if it's in a map right now, I think it probably would be between Cash, Inferno, or Dust 2. I don't know. I know Dust 2 is overrated. I know, but it's the memories of past CS games that makes it so unique and enjoyable thing. Yeah. And same goes with Dust 1 and Cobblestone, the first iteration.
Of course. Yeah. I have a question for Sworn that I want to ask. Now, Sworn, what was your inspiration for Lucid Esports? What made you think, hey, I should make an esports team?
Yeah. Well, I've been a part of other esports orgs in the past. And at the time I was doing really well on Twitch. And like I guess I was looking at other teams to join and I'm like, I don't know, like there's not many orgs that I see like being ran really well. And like I think they could provide a lot more to their players. And like I feel like esports, like creating an esports org, like a lot of people are like, okay, how can I profit off of this? But like that's something we really try and stay away from. Like we haven't
the greedy side of it.
Yeah, like I think that kind of takes away from it. Like so much of it is that like we're pretty much all self-made. Like I've edited every video that's on there. We are going to be hiring a couple editors, but like and stuff like that. But like all the content that we've made, it's like we've made it, you know. Like we're not taking money from our players, even if they like have good placements. We don't take any of their Twitch revenue. Ultimately, like we want to try and maximize the opportunities for our players and produce content that we think other people will enjoy.
It's more of like a gathering of, players and just
having a good time.
Yeah, sure, just having fun. Yeah.
What's the inspiration behind your name Sworn? Is my question. How did it happen?
Yeah, so I was literally like, because I remember my name used to be Silly Goose. That was the first name I go by. Banger of a name, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, all right, maybe I should
Silly
change
Goose.
That makes you a silly goose in that situation.
Yeah. So, and I initially changed the name to like Maestro, which means like someone who's like extremely skilled in a subject. But everyone's like, oh, I know what that word means in Spanish. It means teacher. And then I got annoyed at people saying that. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go with Sworn. And like,
and it stuck with you since then.
Yeah, like I've been happy with the name. I think it's clean, short. I like it.
And in relation, how did Lucid Esports spawn? Like, how did that come? Like the name?
Yeah. So I remember I was in a call with Zeph, whose name is Jackson, and Xydrra, whose name is Xander. And like we kind of all came up with the idea of Lucid Esports together. And we were literally like we were talking about it, and we were in a call. And we were just thinking, like we were just throwing names out there. And then I remember I threw out Lucid. We checked to see if there were any like really big orgs with that name already, or someone that was already really big with Lucid. We couldn't find anything, so we're like, yeah, like we think that sounds good. And then I reached out to a graphic designer to design a logo for us. We got that logo, and then we had a montage drop the day we announced. And it has like I think over 500 views now. But yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah. But did you have any other names before Maestro and Silly Goose, or no?
Silly Goose, Maestro,
and that's it, right?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Meanwhile, most of us here have changed names a lot. Like me and Luke for sure have changed a lot of names.
Oh, I think I've had the most name changes ever.
I think I'm second.
Refer to episode 0 for that. Refer to episode 0.
Episode 0 for anyone who hasn't checked it out already. But yeah, Loopie, go on.
Yeah. All right, Sworn. I've seen you.
I apologize.
Grow.
I'm back.
Right. It's okay. Sworn, I've seen you grow. And what would you? Okay. Do you like have like any sort of regrets throughout since you began up to like now? Because like you most certainly have changed, but is there something that you would have like changed in the past that you didn't like, but or something that's not like you expect, if that makes sense?
It does make sense, yeah.
Is there something you would improve?
Yeah, I mean, I wish at the beginning I started growing on other platforms like YouTube, because like it's a lot easier to grow when there's an algorithm helping you out. And I wish, I guess, I put more effort into platforms outside of Twitch. I think there were times where I was kind of rejecting of people in my community, and not as understanding as I wish I were. And I regret that. I feel like I could have probably treated some people better. But all around, I think I'm pretty happy with how. I also took a break for a long time, and like that was an interesting situation because it wasn't even from burnout. It was like shit happening in my life, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to stream when I'm sad because like I want to fake a personality. And I guess it just took me a long time to get like to be happy again. So like it was nice to finally come back after that.
So it took some time to get the correct mindset back, to like coming back from all that. All right.
Are you talking about last year or?
Yeah, a little bit. Like kind of midway through last summer, there was some personal stuff that came up, and then for pretty much like ended about last month and started about 3 months or 4 months ago. Some more personal shit came up, but like I'm doing a lot better now, and that's allowed me to come back
That's
to this
good.
online space. Yeah,
That's good. I mean,
That's good
like
to hear, bro. Yeah.
you've been kind of like talking like about this to me like kind of like briefly, but I kind of like earned some respect, or like you earned some of my respect, because you don't want to like fake a personality, and that's what I like.
Same here.
Always
I
keeping
really
it
respect
real,
that.
real,
Thank you.
100% real. And that's why I think maybe more people should check you out, because real. It's real
Thank
shit.
you. I appreciate
Like
that.
I said, you're criminally underrated as
Yeah.
both
Thank
a
you.
person and a personality.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Cobra, do you have a question that you should ask?
Anything goes, bro. Come on.
So, for example, with your Twitch thing, we talked about it a little earlier, but would you say you have like a really like the absolute peak highlight of your like career on Twitch and everything? Do you have a specific time on Twitch, like just any time, like YouTube, Twitch, just any time? Do you have a specific highlight that just stands out?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like one big moment was when this guy, his name's McDavie, he came in my stream and donated like $300.
Oh,
That was
Jesus
the same
Christ.
time where I was gaining like
In bits as
200
well.
to 500. Yeah. So it wasn't even taxed. And like that was about the time when I was gaining like anywhere from 200 to 500 new followers every month.
Holy
And
shit,
I'd
yeah,
probably
right.
say that was my peak progression. And it was hard to deal with it when like I didn't see that number go up the next month. Like I became kind of obsessed over stats, and that's something I've been working on a lot recently.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that in a lot.
Should I talk
way
about?
now, but
Should I talk about this fun fact that Sworn, does in his streams?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sworn actually hides the viewer count. I think. Do you still do that,
yeah,
Sworn?
yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Sworn hides the viewer count to like not obsess over it and see how like he progressed, because seeing numbers go high for a week and then the next day you're at like 5 viewers, that kind of like takes a toll on you.
That kind of makes you.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you. I had kind of the same thing. I got randomly like 60,000 views on a random video I made, completely irrelevant. It wasn't like anything important or something, and then just the next ones just did horrible. I was like, what did I do right in this one? Like, what did I do wrong in these other ones? I guess
Yeah,
I think I got lucky with the algorithm though.
Everyone has their own like peaks in a way, but
Exactly.
I'm sure there will be peaks that are even higher than the one you've already had, because it does happen. Eventually, it does
There's
happen.
always a peak and a downfall.
My peak in whatever, I think it was 2010. I was like 10 years old. Like I was pretty much a dumb kid, and I was doing like these Hot Wheels videos, like just for fun. I was like with the horrible English and whatnot. I was pretty bad, like with the cameras and everything. I was like, oh man, this looks cool. I'm gonna try it. And first video, okay, got 150 views. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I come back home because I was on vacation, and I come back and I upload a second one that's like a little more detailed. Boom, 1,000 views in a month, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And that's 2010 YouTube, and that was
Wow.
that 1,000 views at that time seemed crazy. But now that you look in 2020, it doesn't seem that much. But still, to the little channels, it still does. It's not stings, but it sticks. It sticks, and it's still like, oh my god, that's amazing. 1,000 views, that's really good. So yeah,
I mean,
everyone has
like,
their peak. Yeah,
there's billions, like there have been billions and billions more accounts registered since 2010, so that's what even makes it more interesting. But I like to talk about my peak because y'all were talking about your peaks.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were giving brief peaks.
Yeah, brief peaks.
Sounds weird.
My
Okay,
peak,
go on.
yeah, my peak must have been in 2015, back when I was making FIFA videos as a little 10-year-old Dylan, FIFA HD. I was opening packs, playing online. I was doing these little short videos and stuff. It was like, it kind of got me known, but at the same time, it wasn't all that authentic. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But Hydra, do you want to ask a question to Sworn?
I'm trying to think of something. You two
I
can.
have another one that might not
Yeah,
be as
Cobra, you
relevant.
take the lead while I think of.
Yeah, this is mostly like a Fortnite related question. You said earlier that Fortnite has its ups and downs. In your opinion, because I did the Fortnite thing as well, I started in mid season 2 and ended in season 5 because I got tired of the shit. Tried again when the robots came, and oh sweet Jesus!
Yeah.
So
that was so bad.
Yeah, the fucking robots were absolutely atrocious. But anyway, what would you say is Fortnite's, in your opinion, the best like time in Fortnite, and your absolutely worst? So, like for example, the worst part is what's your hardest rage? Loopie's clearly somebody 1G'ing his fucking monitor. Mine is punching my table too. So, what's yours?
Yeah, I think the best moment I probably had playing Fortnite was probably sometime streaming where like I got like 60 viewers organically. I had like a lot of fun during that time, and like a lot of connections that like a lot of the connections I hold dear were made kind of around that time. The worst time, it probably wasn't like even me raging in game. It was during the mechs, and Fortnite put out this message where it was like, hey, we hear the complaint, because like remove the mech was trending for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And they released something, and we're like, finally, like they're addressing it, like thank God. And they're like, yeah, the mech provides opportunities for players who are dog shit, and like ultimately we don't care about you guys. And I was like,
oh my god,
all right, like I'm not playing this game anymore. And then I stopped playing it for 2 or 3 months.
I am dog shit.
Developers in that way
until they got rid of the mech, and then I came back when they got rid of the mech. But it was like that, like it's such an anti-competitive ideology that they're following, and like ultimately it really was them showing like I don't know, like my side, that they just didn't care. I was like, I hate this. Like I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not having fun with it.
Yeah, they're doing jack shit for one demographic, like the better players, like the pros, if you can call it that, the better players who has an understanding and can hold their own. But they only give a shit about the people who can't do shit, because they know that the people who are actually go to the game have used so much time on it that they won't quit
They're
that
probably
easily.
Gonna stick around.
Yeah, exactly. So the new players, they have to take care of those guys if they also come in here and be like, oh, this game's cool. Call of Duty, the new one, is doing the exact same thing. Like they're making so much bullshit that just benefits no one except the new players. And I'm like, bro, please, matchmaking, bro.
Yeah, that to hear from the developers in that way.
Yeah, they don't care.
A big fuck you to like to the people or whatever. And I remember in CS in particular, I think one time 2015, I think it was, they introduced like a rank ladder update or whatever, because they shifted everyone down and made the system which is now today extremely hard to get to like global, and people still complain about it, and Valve don't care. They just don't care. And I think the players still have not shifted equally, but Valve just like whatever, we get money from cases, skins. Just like, why should we care about winning? But to be fair, they have been doing a pretty good job at listening. I'll give them props for that.
Yeah, also props for Valve for actually making the game in like forever.
2012 was such a long time ago, and I'm talking when CS was released. You guys, I don't know if you guys have played it since I've been playing for since 2014.
I pre-ordered the fucking thing.
Wait, really?
I pre-ordered it. I got the fucking genuine thing for Team Fortress that shows, hey, you pre-ordered this game. I fucking remember this fucking game, I swear. It was so bad. Let me tell you something. CS was so bad when it first released.
We're talking CSGO, right?
Yeah. We're talking CSGO.
I remember I was watching a lot of videos, and I even played. I was playing the demo when in the beta tester, like when you go into Steam settings. Jesus Christ, this game is atrociously bad. But I'll give them props for polishing it, fixing bugs or whatever. That's good.
That's what Valve does good. They do make good games. They just don't want to make games because they earn so much money from Steam and all that.
Speaking
they don't
of new
need
games, yeah, speaking of games, Half-Life Alex is releasing soon, and I don't know if you guys seen it, like the trailers
Yeah.
and whatnot.
I'm so sad I had to return my VR headset, so I can't play it yet.
I have a.
But
I have.
do you guys anticipate the return of the Half-Life series if you had
I
to?
No.
would fucking no. I don't expect them to bring it back, but I sure fucking hope so. You know, a man can have his dreams. You know.
Yeah, true. Actually, Sworn, do you expect Half-Life to return in any big way?
Probably not. I think if they left it alone for this long, I mean, I've never been too invested in the whole Half-Life. I don't even think I've played any of the games. But I think like when a company decides to leave the game alone for so long, like no matter whatever game they make, it's not gonna, like, if they do make a game and call it Half-Life 3, like
It's
I
not
like
gonna
I already know
happen.
people are gonna be disappointed. Like everyone built up so much hype for it that like
I think it's
if
the
it does
nostalgia
drop,
factor.
no matter what, yeah, like they'll get a lot of game sales, but like people are gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, I think
It's not
the
gonna have the
nostalgia that
same
surrounds the
impact.
Half-Life series. Yeah.
I have a question for Sworn
Go ahead.
that we might ask for all the future guests in Ecast. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Swornito?
Just in a couple of
More
years.
detail.
time.
Oh no.
Yeah, where do you envision yourself being in 5 years?
Yeah, probably in college. I still see myself making online content. I'm planning on double majoring in psychology and social work, then maybe going to med school and getting for psychiatry. Because like
Nice.
talk therapy and psychology is something I'm like really invested in, really interested in. Like I get a lot of like meaning out of helping other people. So like that's something I want to go into.
Talk therapy really helps, speaking from experience as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
no, I
really
think-
does help you release anything you hold back or are you scared to hold and just to let go.
Mm.
It really does help.
I gotta say, Sworn, you kind of have that energy right like now. I'm just saying. Like,
thank you, man.
From like past times when I was, you know how I was like on the edge of like fucking quitting or like taking a break, you know, from content,
Yeah,
YouTube or rap or whatever. You kind of like gave me some words of wisdom to like kind of like get me back there, you know. But hey,
that's good to hear, man.
I feel that, you know, energy, that sort of like helping energy, and that's pretty cool, man.
The aura that you radiate is really apparent and I can feel it. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let me I thought of my questions. What were the first games you ever played? Out of pure curiosity, what were the first games, and also what's your least favorite video game genre and why?
So the first game I think I ever played was probably like Super Mario Bros. Or like or some
My man.
like no Mario Kart is Mario Kart. And I played
Mario
that
franchise,
against like
yeah.
my sister on our Nintendo DSs that we got for Christmas.
That's good.
So that was really fun. My least favorite genre is probably like I think it's called like MOBA games, like League of Legends. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's not like I have anything against it. I just don't like. I haven't even given it that much of a shot. But it's like people I know either are addicted to it and love it, which I don't need, are addicted to it and hate it, which I don't need, or they just hate it, which I also don't need.
Or
Like
or
I like
casual play. No.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't see myself like I don't know.
That's
like
me
I've
with shooters.
tried the
like,
games a little bit,
yeah.
but don't
it's
really
the
get
same
too
with
invested in them.
shooters. Yeah, I think it's the same with for me personally. I hate shooters. They're not my thing. I'm not that good at shooters. Like, nah, I'm not saying like I hate is a bit of exaggeration, but I'm not good at shooters, and I don't enjoy playing them. But if there was a shooter that I do enjoy, it's Battlefield 1, hands down, because it's single player,
yeah.
it's chill, it's simple, and you're good. Like, yeah, shooters, not my thing, but I totally respect the people who play them competitively and what, like, okay, and the battle royale games too, like say like PUBG, Fortnite, Apex even. I think is Apex considered a battle royale? I think
It
so.
is. Yeah,
it is. It is.
Yeah,
Of
most
course.
but
definitely
still,
is.
I don't hate because a certain player base hates the game. I just look for my own experience with the game, and that's how I come to my conclusion. So I might not like say CS:GO, but I do say like CS Source, and so on and so forth. But yeah, everyone has different tastes, and yeah, I don't like that. I don't like FIFA that much, but I am very interested to learn about it. Like Loopie helps me learn a lot about the game. To be honest, like when I listen. All right, when Loopy shares me screen, sometimes I'm generally just, what does this player do? How does this player play? Whatnot and whatnot, and I do
Who
learn
this
quite a bit.
motherfucker?
No, it makes me happy like to explain people stuff that other
Yeah,
people know.
I don't
Like,
see myself playing it,
even-
but I do see myself learning. So
even fucking Rubik's cubes. Like last year, I had like an episode obsessed with fucking Rubik's cubes, but
yeah.
people ask me questions, and I'm always happy to answer them. Like it's a pleasure.
I'm curious, what about the Rubik's cubes makes you so obsessed? Like, I'm genuinely curious about it.
Honestly, it's not about what makes me obsessed. It's just about like, I don't know. It's fun. It's kind of like, it kind of relieves stress. If it makes any sense.
Yeah, a stress reliever. Yeah.
And I'm good at it. So
yeah, that's. I mean, yeah. It's a good thing to say that you're good at something that you do. Say like for you like Rubik's cubes and whatnot, for Cobra like Geometry Dash and whatever.
Geometry Dash is not my stress reliever. Let me tell you that much.
No, I'm not saying as a stress reliever, but it is something you're good at.
It's something I'm good at, but I'm not proud of it. I'm most definitely not proud of it. Also, we were talking about favorite and least favorite since Sworn.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your
Xydrra.
favorite?
I think me and Loopie should talk about it. If Loopie wants to go first, he because I'm sitting in a dilemma what my least favorite is. So if Loopie can talk about what his favorite.
You want me to say my least favorite genre?
And your favorite, like what's your favorite games? What's your least favorite? And that kind of stuff. Because I'm in a dilemma what my least favorite is.
Okay, I like to play FIFA right now, but that's not my favorite. My favorite is everything that has to do with Nintendo, except for Zelda.
You're a fucking cunt. You fucking peasant.
Look, Zelda games are so fucking hard.
Hard? Excuse me.
Yes. I cannot beat a single Zelda game.
Breath of the Wild was a blast, bro.
I love Breath of the Wild, right? That's one of the only Zelda games I will enjoy, but I can't beat it. I vacuumed it and I lost it.
I think Sworn is just trying so hard not to laugh when I don't know.
Look, I'm kind of retarded.
Did I say my favorite genre or did I forget?
You only said your least favorite, like shooters.
I only said my favorite. My least favorite.
Yeah.
Is
what is it?
A bit like Sworn, like all the MOBA games, like League of Legends, fucking Hearthstone. I can learn
Hearthstone is not a MOBA game, mind you.
I actually used to play the shit out of Hearthstone, bro. I used to really love that game.
I don't know.
I still do in a way, but yeah, go ahead, Loopie.
There's like a style of games where if it looks ancient, those fucking Raid Shadow Legends, for example, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, by the way, this video, by the way, let's take 5 minutes to talk about Raid Shadow Legends. This video is sponsored. No, full of shit.
Imagine.
No, I would say no on this.
After all the drama with them, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm not gonna go anywhere near that.
Yeah, it's kind of those like styles with like ancient-ish games where they have
also like AFK Arena that's always promoted in YouTube and whatnot.
Oh yeah, and wait, what game did the Legend 27?
I don't remember actually. That's such an old meme though. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah, ancient meme.
Ancient meme, yeah.
The Legend 27, bro.
Who is the Legend 27? Yeah. For me, my favorite genre, MMOs, any MMO, like most of World of Warcraft. That's my childhood, first of all. And Warcraft 2 and 3D RTS style was so good. But I don't know. I just like the idea of having your own character and playing them as like you would be that character, and the gradual progression with it. it's just really good. I think that's opens up to a lot of creativity because you have so many choices. Do I kill this? Do I spare this? What class do I play? What specialization do I play? And so on and so on.
Yeah. Cobra, you got.
I am the exact opposite of Hydra. I fucking love the shit out of shooters. I love horror games and I love rage games, which is why I have so much fucking time on GD. 2.5k hours is too much of my life wasted on fucking square jumping over a triangle.
But you hate MMOs.
I did it anyways because I liked being angry at games. And I fucking hate the shit out of MMOs. I cannot fucking stand them. Guild Wars and WoW, I cannot. It's mostly the grind. I do not have the fucking patience to sit there for fucking hours upon hours every day just to get this one fucking square, motherfucker. This one little square that gets, plus 5 damage. Oh my god, fucking awesome. With Call of Duty, you're in and you're out.
Square.
MMO players can be classified as different styles. Like there are the grindy players and there are the casual players. I'm not a grinding player whatsoever. I play like search the not search, reach level, like the max level, and that's it. Done. Like no grinding for anything else. I just play for fun. I don't grind. I don't think, heck, even if in CS, if I have to play CS, which I'm not gonna do, I play for fun. I don't care if they say, "Oh, you suck." I just play for fun. I can spray and pray.
The casual. I don't hate.
Laid back, relaxed.
I don't hate specifically like RPG games. I just it's World of Warcraft and Guild Wars type of games. I don't know if you want to call it what you want to call them. Like it's MMOs basically.
MMORPG.
Yeah, I cannot take those, but I love some RPG games. Like Breath of the Wild is an RPG game.
Yeah,
it is because you're increasing your level. You get stuff. It's a progression type.
If anyone remembers Adventure Quest,
I played that. My brother still plays that, and I just don't
praise it.
He prays to all sweet Jesus of
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a question for all of us, and I'd like to go for sorry.
Also, a game genre I love is Metroidvania. Fucking hell.
Okay, good.
of all time, not right now, but what is your favorite game of all time? Sworn,
Sworn, you'll go first.
Like, not right now, but just like of your whole entire game.
Of all time, without changing.
Yeah.
It might have to be CS, probably either CS or Fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Hydra?
Like CS, like all of the games, like normal 1.6 conditions and whatnot. Okay.
Well, actually, probably just CS:GO. I haven't played any of the other CSs because
yeah.
If
you have the money and you get the time to play them, they're really fun.
Source is fun. Source is fun.
Source is really fun. Yeah. My most favorite game of all time, surprisingly, is not Warcraft. It's Need for Speed Carbon. Actually, because I don't know why. First of all, let me say why.
I'm so sorry. I'm getting PTSD flashbacks from Loopie saying Need for Speed or Grand Autismo.
Yeah, I was saying. Let me speak, you piece of crap.
I'm sorry, I couldn't stop.
Yeah, I'm just saying I love racing games, like because I've grown up to use like the USB wheels, the steering wheels, and because I've learned to be kind of good at it, and because I've played Carbon more than any Need for Speed game I've played, because I like the night setting, I like the vehicles, I like whatnot. Story's kind of like it's just kind of meshed up, but in the end, it's just fun. And contrary to popular opinion, I don't like Need for Speed Most Wanted at all. That's not my game.
Huh.
Like it's just the story is a little edgy, and okay, but I'll give it, the vehicles are really fast. I'll give you that. I just don't like the graphics of it. That's all.
Okay. I'd like to give Cobra the
Cobra, go ahead.
question.
I muted myself. I'm fucking still dying.
It's okay. Calm down. It's a podcast, not a shit show.
Take a breather.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. I want to categorize in two different ones. My childhood fucking favorite game of all time is Rayman 2. The Great Escape.
You the
That's
man,
a
bro.
fucking banger of a game. Let me tell you that much.
And
It's fucking beautiful.
okay, and what's
for the
your
time.
most favorite of all time, not
Fucking-
including childhood?
Bro, including childhood, the best game I have ever played by far, without a fucking doubt, is Hollow Knight on PC.
I've
I
never heard of
cannot-
it, honestly.
Oh my god, you're a fucking disappointment to humanity.
I'm gonna look it up. Don't worry.
It's
No,
the
it's
best
entertaining.
it's the best game I have ever played by far. And the thing that made it so great, I didn't research it. I just bought it randomly on Steam. And I
Yeah.
found a fucking gem. Holy shit. It's a Metroidvania. So you
Yeah,
start and everything is unlocked, but you need certain abilities to get places.
Yeah,
But-
Loopie, what
okay.
about you?
My main
All right, so yeah, Cobra, you can talk after, all
Oh,
right?
yeah, I'm just nodding over.
Let's
Hollow
not
Knight.
interrupt each other, okay?
Yeah. All right, I have two. All right.
Which are those?
One is like the best game I've ever played, and one is a game that I'm playing right now. I'd like to
Mhm.
start with the game I'm playing right now, and it's Cookie Clicker.
Oh yeah, I can see why, because it's addictive and it's fun.
Yes, and the best game I've ever played, hands down, is Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey. Oh,
I
for
gotta
me,
try
the Mario
that.
franchise goes for Super Mario Galaxy 1. That's why.
That is the best. Like Galaxy is my second favorite.
Galaxy's
Galaxy
a
has such a
blast.
good thematic to it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And let's bring the final question. What's the worst game you guys have ever played? And let's let Cobra go first.
I
this
don't
time.
even know. I have to think about that one. Like, think
Okay,
about.
Sworn, go on.
Let's all agree on this. Think about your favorite game of all time is easy, but the worst one is so much harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. But Sworn, go ahead. What's the worst game you've ever played?
Yeah, that's definitely like the game I've had the least enjoyment from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by worst. Yeah.
Dude, I really don't know because like all the games I don't enjoy, like I just stopped playing in the first, like pretty quickly. Fuck. Let me look through my Steam library. Come back to me.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
also what
maybe
I'm
you
doing.
Loopy, you can take that one
Okay.
for the team now.
I kind of okay. I hate to say, but I have two.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead. Just
Look,
list them.
I have one that I regret playing for
Is it-
very
is it
obvious
Cards Against
reasons.
Humanity?
No.
Okay.
And I have one that is the worst quality, the worst game,
We're
I've ever played.
in this sense, we're talking the worst experience. Which one is it?
also the worst experience, but I'm also talking about the worst quality. It's What's
I
Under
don't
Your
think we're
Blanket.
fashion quality, but sure, go ahead.
It's What's Under Your Blanket.
I've heard of it, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna research it anymore.
I'm good at the game. It's so even in real life. It's just so exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
And the game that I obviously regret, I wish I didn't play is Fortnite.
Fortnite poggers, dude.
all right. I
Poggers.
Give
I
me my
have-
monitors back.
Me too. Fortnite as
My
well.
headset.
If I count
I'll give
Fortnite
you-
with, I have 3, but Fortnite is just like a fun one. Yeah, give me my fucking tables back, please. I've broken 2.
The only time
I've broken 5.
The only thing I've kind of broken from my monitor is one time I was playing League and I rage quit so bad. I used scissors to drive into the monitor like down. I was like,
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Fucking
I was a kid. I was a dumb kid, but worst
Yeah.
game for me by far. It's ironic because I still play the game now, and it's League because I hate it because it's addictive and it's so toxic. But at the same time, I like it. But if it didn't have to be petty, like any worst game I've ever played, probably Amnesia. It's just a cliche horror
Oh,
game for me. I
Good
don't know.
times.
It's a
I
cliche,
don't-
but it's still kind of effective. It's not.
It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I just it's
Boring.
It's boring. I don't know. There are much better horror games. Silent Hill 1 and 2 for me. That's what a horror game should be. And Outlast 1. That's my games. Cobra
I know.
Sworn?
Yeah.
I'd probably say my least favorite game that I've ever played is like Candy Crush. Like it's just so bland.
Yeah.
Like there's no actual content. Like I don't know why it's so big. Like it's just so incredibly like boring to me. Like I get little to no enjoyment from that. I think I deleted it from my phone in the first like
Yeah.
15 minutes. Like I don't know.
Yeah, Cobra, what about you?
All right, so the worst game that I can just roughly see on my, my fucking thing on Steam is it's a single player game called Deadlight.
Deadlight?
Deadlight from
I've never heard of
2015. Yeah, it's not really known, but I still have it. I remember it's a side scroller, post apocalyptic, like story driven game with zombies and shit. I remember it being so fucking janky and so retarded to play. I just hated it. I played it for 3 hours and I think I got halfway and I just could not fucking stand the game anymore.
Yeah, all of us have that.
Yeah. And my second one is probably Prototype 2.
Oh, I've heard that one.
Only because on Steam, the game is so buggy with new hardware that if you try and launch it, it crashes immediately, and there's no fix for it. So if I actually got to fucking play the game, maybe I would, like, actually love it, but so far it's, like, one of the worst games I've ever played, because I can't fucking play it.
Yeah, like it crashes every.
It crashes. You open it, it opens a black screen, boom, crash. It crashes immediately.
I think so. Loopie, do you have to say anything? Close?
Yes. I know, Xydrra, you said last question, but I have one final question. Look,
one final.
What is the scariest moment? Like, what is the moment? Like your worst jump scare in a game ever?
Oh my god.
Cobra. Okay, I'd like to.
For all of us or for Sworn?
For all of us. Sworn.
Can I go first?
No, it's look.
That's one.
The main.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. I don't even know. I usually kind of stay away from horror games, and if I do, like watch, like I've played like Outlast 2, so I think like maybe that. But like whenever there's like a big horror game that comes out, like I usually watch people play on YouTube, which I want to kind of start making that into like something I live stream on Twitch and make YouTube videos out of. So I guess in the future, there'll probably definitely be some more obvious answers for me. But right now, probably just some random moment in Outlast 2. Like I was probably just hanging out, like having a sleepover with my friends, like at 2 a.m. and all fucking 4 of us are playing Outlast 2. Probably sometime then.
Mm-hmm.
Xydrra?
Do you remember when we were playing We Were Here yesterday?
Yeah.
The frame with the dog actually jump scared me quite a bit when I first played it. No joke.
Is that the worst jump scare you've ever had?
Yeah, no joke. And not even the Scary Maze game scared me that much.
Okay, I'd like to save Cobra for last because his story is actually way funnier than mine, and he's actually
just keep it short. Just keep it short.
Yeah. My worst jump scare was when I was playing Lego Dimensions, and as bad as it sounds, hear me out. I was playing the Doctor Who part of Lego Dimensions for people who know, what the game's about.
I know.
And there's this part where there are like those like statue like angels, right?
The weeping angels, right?
The weeping angels that were kind of like following you.
Yeah.
The more you like look away and like look back, they get closer.
Let me guess, you turned around one time and you got jump scared by them, right?
I got jump scared by a Lego weeping angel.
Oh my god.
And I have sworn not to play that game ever again. I asked my brother-in-law, my sister's boyfriend, to finish that part for me so that I can keep playing the game so much that I've been traumatized for it. I was like,
oh my god,
hey,
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm going to call him Jack. Jack, play this for me because I am traumatized. I was 10 years old and I got that for Christmas. And
it happens like every...
God knows what
Cobra.
Cobra.
So, as a guy who plays horror games, I have a few. So I'm sorry, but I don't only have one. So I do apologize. I can't narrow it down.
So go ahead.
I know, but I can't narrow it down. So, horror movie based, The Conjuring, definitely. Holy shit, that thing scared the living fuck out of me. Not gonna get too far into it, but that's definitely horrifying. Games, the scariest game I've ever played is Subnautica, by far. Nothing else fucking beats it. Nothing else. Nothing else in my entire life has terrified me more than Subnautica.
remember
I
it.
played that and cried once because I was so scared. Didn't get jump scared. I cried because of the pure fear.
Wait, was
that
it
I
the
was
time
feeling.
I was almost falling asleep?
No. That wasn't the time. That was the
That's
first
a
time.
different story, bro.
No, that was when I first played the game. The
Yeah,
very first time
okay.
I didn't know anything. I was in one biome, the Reaper Leviathan. That's the thing I got jump scared on. Where you saw it, Hydra. That same thing. I fucking
no.
saw it and heard it. I didn't know what it was, and I played the game for the first time, and I still had a fear for the ocean. So when I saw and heard that thing, I didn't have a submarine. I was just swimming in the ocean, and I literally, I didn't even
shit.
scream. I just began crying immediately, like sobbing.
Oh,
I just
I'm
began
sorry,
sobbing.
bro.
I was so horrified. I had to stop
Yeah.
playing. I literally had to stop playing for like 3-4 days. I couldn't go back. I was so horrified.
Yeah, refer to episode 0 to see the clip of
Refer to
that
episode
happening.
zero to see the
No,
clip of
that-
the jump
it-
scare.
Yeah, that's one of the
Anyways.
second ones, but that's when I actually knew what it was. But I shat myself there. I fucking shit myself. Because I was actually in a
Okay.
submarine, so I knew it couldn't hurt me. But, just
Yeah.
continue.
So I don't think we have a lot of time left. So I think we are just going to end it here.
We need to end it here.
Thank you
Shall I
guys
do the outro?
so much. No.
Or you should do
Thank you guys so much for the support on, the last couple episodes. Sworn, thank you for coming to the eCast. It means a lot,
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you guys having me on here and being great hosts.
Yeah. And maybe you might join back for, some talk or some conversation. Who knows?
Some other time.
You may never know
Yeah.
what the future holds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True
thank you
play,
guys
yeah.
for everything, all the support you've shown us. Everybody's links will be in the description down below. The eCast Twitter, Sworn's Twitter, everything else.
I also
down there.
forgot. We also have an eCast Twitter.
Yay!
So go follow it.
Yeah,
Sworn, you should
eCast.
follow me on Twitter because you don't.
Oh, okay, leave the plugs.
Yeah, leave the plugs allowed. So, yeah,
It's-
thank you guys so much for watching. Everything has been great. Thank you again, Sworn, for being here. It's been a great pleasure. You're
leave
pretty
your
good.
suggestions in the comments or in the Twitter or in the Loop Squad Discord server. Just every link that gives you more information will be in the description down below. Sworn,
Every little
thank you
helps,
again
yeah.
for coming
no
to the
problem.
eCast and E.
E.
E.